lovelies, and welcome to this segment of the video. It has proudly been sponsored by Cosori. They have sent me this amazing double air fryer. It makes my life so easy. I can now cook food and close my eyes. It has some amazing functions. This brand deals with home appliances, they deal with kitchen appliances as well. They have a range of products on their website. I'll be sure to leave a link to their website for you guys to go and check out. But you guys, let's talk about this amazing brand. This air fryer is so good to use. You can also install the app on your phone where you are able to monitor when you eat. They have some amazing recipes on there. They have some step-by-step recipes to help with, you know, portion control and also with your weight. So if you're looking to cut back on calories and that, it's all on that app. So just go on there, download the app and follow the easy steps. This is more or less a kitchen assistant because it does the work for you. You can do multiple things on it. You can dry, you can dehydrate, you can grill, you can roast, you know, you can do a bunch of things. And it also has a reheat function, so just in case you've cooked your food and you just want to get it back up to temperature, you can do that in there. It's really good and I will recommend this to every single person. The link to the website and the link to purchase will be in my description box. This is such a game changer in my kitchen, honestly.
Now this 8.5 dual family capacity air fryer is so great because it comes with a couple of, you know, features like the see-through windows whenever you're cooking. It also comes with some amazing accessories. It is dishwasher safe, and I'm just going to be showing you how I use a couple of these for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Starting out with breakfast, I'm just going to be using one of the baskets to toast my bagels. I'm also going to be oiling a couple of silicone cake tins, and I'm going to be cracking 3 eggs in them just to show you what my breakfast looked like on this particular day. So I've gone ahead to season with some garlic salt, black pepper and some oil. I'm just going to put that in the appropriate settings that I want. I'm also going to be sync cooking this just so that it cooks together and it all finishes at the same time. And yeah, I can always check on whatever it is I'm cooking, and this is what it looks like. They were both done at the same time, and yes guys, breakfast was a breeze. I absolutely love this because my bread was not too dry. It was just crisp, you know, and warm all through. The eggs were also done all the way. All I had to do was just top with my favorite sauce. Hi lovelies, and welcome back to the channel. Today is one of the days where I don't have to go to work and my morale is zero. This is one of the very few days that I have to create content and, you know, just have something in the archives so that on weeks when I'm working back to back, I have something to upload. And I cannot for the life of me be motivated to do anything. The house is in a mess. My nails need attention. I need to do something about what's under this bonnet, because if I should say I should open this bonnet, some of you will unsubscribe because it is embarrassing. I just put the boys to bed because they're still on holiday. I'm supposed to either be resting or catching up on house chores, but I'm tired and I've not done anything much today apart from review a couple of products. But I don't know, morale to go and have my bath and do something productive. We'll do upon 10. Zero. Anyway, you guys, this is not paid or anything, but I just feel like 1 or 2 people might benefit from this. So since the boys have been on break, we have just been engaging them with some of these books. These are activity books. This is for their groomed handwriting, just so that they have better handwriting, better than their moms. Because I don't know how many of you have seen my handwriting in real life. It's rubbish. It's actually rubbish. Alright, so this is for numbers. This is like puzzle games. So we had ordered a bunch of these from Amazon, and it came really fast, like with Amazon Prime. These things, you don't have to stress about it. So we got a couple of them, so each boy uses that. We also got a couple of pens for them to use. So the brilliant thing is that when you write with this pen, it just disappears, so you don't have to bother with cleaning or anything like that. So it's like a stencil. These pages are embossed, so it's like a stencil for them to write on that. So it's really nice. So after a while, this ink just disappears and they get to use the book over and over and over and over again. So this is one of the things we've been doing for them, to just cut back on screen time, which is very good, and it has yielded some serious improvements with the ability to focus and interact with themselves. So it has really been engaging. It's just that I've had to work and my husband has had to be with the boys more than me. So yeah, later today I will be reviewing a product from a particular brand that I have been meaning to work with for the longest. You see, this year I just want to I'll probably talk about it in depth in a separate vlog, but I have been praying for brands, good brands, to locate me. And usually what I've done, or what I did last year, was that I was pitching to brands. So if I see a brand that I want to work with, I would pitch to them and they will reach back to me. If they were interested in collaborating, they will reach back to me and then we'll take it from there. I also got a few brands reach out to me on their own, but this year I had a few things that were on my checklist and I wanted to focus on those things, but I still wanted to do YouTube on the side, shake it. So the plan was to focus on, you know, self-development and get on a different path while I do YouTube on the back burner. But I didn't want to leave this space entirely because I really enjoy creating content. This particular brand that reached out to me last year, but I think I was unserious at the time, but eventually this time we got to work together, and my god, you guys, I was actually honored, because usually when brands that huge reach out, is usually through an agent, but the brand itself reached out to me and I was honored. And it just, you know, everything is just God. There's really no explanation, there's really no other explanation. So yeah, you guys will get to see the product later on. If I remember anything else, I will catch up with you in the course of the vlog. Right now I'm just praying for morale to return. I think I'm just going to have a nap, take my bath first and have a nap. By the way, it's 1 p.m. in the afternoon, but we're not going to talk about that because some of you are still in your bonnets looking at me like me. Alright you guys, I'll catch up with you later in the vlog. So for lunch we had some chips as well as some chicken skewers, and it was done at the same time as well. I really love the sync cook function that just allows you to cook different things at the same time, and one food is not done ahead of the other one and it's cold, and then the other one has to wait for it. But anyway you guys, it's almost time to prepare dinner and I'll show you what we're making. Alright you guys, so I am up now. I have gathered small morale to make dinner. Alright, so we're having lamb steaks and garlic knots. Actually it's garlic bread, but anyway, the process is the same. It's just that I'm not rolling out the dough and making shapes with it. I'll show you what I do. Anyway you guys, I brought out my meat the day before just to thaw, and I put that in the fridge so it's nice and soft, ready to be marinated. I'm using lamb steaks. I'm just going ahead to pluck my rosemary leaves here. I tried to plant rosemary and every time I try it is always dried out. So I'm just following the steps I followed, and I'm just taking it here in my spider plant just to see if it will develop roots. We never know, but I'm optimistic. Anyway guys, I'm just taking up my lamb slabs here, or lamb steaks here. I'm just going to go ahead and give that a quick wash, and then we're just going to go ahead and make dinner. So once the meat is all washed, I'm just going to go ahead with a couple of kitchen towels and just dab the meat dry. This will allow the seasoning to stick to the meat. I'm just going to go ahead and season with chicken seasoning, thyme, curry powder, cayenne pepper. I'm also using some garlic seasoning as well as some garlic powder. I know it's a bit of repetition, but I really want this beef to be garlicky. Anyway, I'm adding some salt as well as some oil, and then I'm going to finely mince my rosemary leaves. This is because the rosemary leaves are very tough and they have to be small enough to be palatable when you bite into them. Anyway, I'm just going to be mincing some garlic as well, and I'm going to put on a glove, a disposable glove, and secure that with a rubber band just so that I do not get all this seasoning in my nails. But yeah, I just give that a quick massage, and then I go ahead and let this meat sit in the fridge while I focus on the bread and just making the dough for the garlic bread. I used to make this a couple of times, but I haven't done this in a while. I'm going ahead to add 2 cups of flour in my bowl. I'm also using half a packet of yeast as well as some sugar to give the yeast body. I'm using 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1/4 of a spoon of salt, as well as 2 cloves of garlic and some mozzarella cheese. I'm using 2 handfuls of that. This is the one I get at Tesco's. I'm also going to be mixing up some warm water and add 3 tablespoons of oil. You can choose to use melted butter if you prefer, but I just like to use oil at this point. So I add the water in gradually. I don't have a measurement for the water. I just add it until the dough has come together. Again, you can choose to use your hands, but because of my nails, I'm using the spatula. At this point, I forgot one key ingredient, and you get to see me add it later on. I'm just putting some cling film onto the dough, and then I see my parsley. I have to take the thing out and chop some parsley and then add it to my bowl, and try to use that spatula to get that parsley leaf and spread it evenly across the dough. And then it was ready to go back into my microwave. I always put the microwave on for about 2-3 minutes before I put the dough in, just so that it is warm enough. I'm also going to be oiling my countertop after about 30 minutes just to knead the dough. I'm using this pastry scraper that I got from Shein a while ago to just divide the dough into 4. I've oiled my hands as well so that the dough doesn't stick to my hands. I'm just going to be kneading it a little, and then I'm going to be placing them onto a parchment paper and put that in one basket while I get my marinated meat, and just put that in the second basket. I'm doing them 3 at a time. You can see that this baskets take on quite a few things. I'm also using the sink function for the bread and the meat. After a while, you can see what the bread is looking like and what the meat is looking like as well. I give that a quick flip, and then I let it go again for the remainder of the time. The meat came out really juicy. The house was fragrant. My house smelled like rosemary and garlic and bread. It was a lovely smell, and the aroma was just permeating throughout the whole house. Anyway, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and make a quick barbecue sauce. I've added some butter into the pot. I've also added some crushed garlic as well as some tahini sauce, some tomato sauce as well as some hot sauce and barbecue sauce. I'm adding a little curry and some cayenne pepper just to give it a little customization, and I'm going to stir that until it starts bubbling and clear up as I go. I'm also going to be tasting it just to see what I've done so far. It needs a little sweetener and a little acidity, so I've added some syrup in place of honey. I didn't have any honey. I'm also adding some apple cider vinegar just to zing it up a bit. Our meat is all done. I'm just going to be adding the last thing we're going to be using to step everything down, which is some broccoli. You can never go wrong with broccoli. I'll salt that a bit and then put that back in the air fryer to go for about 5 minutes. I just need it to steam and then it's ready to eat. I'm going to be plating up our dinner, and you guys, when I tell you that this bread was fluffy goodness, look at that cheese pull. I have to play this back in slow-mo. That cheese was just giving that bread an extra, you know, taste to it. I cut up the steak for the boys and I just served dinner. You guys, dinner was amazing. Thank you again to Cosori for sponsoring the segment of the video. In fact, for sponsoring today's video. I absolutely love this air fryer. You guys need to try it out. This was dinner. If you guys are also going to be recreating this, let me know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. I'll see you guys.